First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Live starts now.
New today, 43 critically missing children are safe for the holidays thanks to a major operation in northern Florida. Operation Northern Lights was led by the U.S. Marshal Service and several local agencies. In fact, 3 children from Okaloosa County were recovered. A 17-year-old and a 1-year-old were found outside Jackson, Mississippi, and a 15-year-old was found in Ocala, Florida. Both non-custodial adults were arrested for interfering with child custody. This initiative focused on children at high risk of violence or exploitation, and in all, 9 arrests were made. The recovered children are now receiving medical and social services help, and officials are calling it the most successful missing child operation ever in northern Florida. And with that, welcome into Fox 10 Live on your Friday afternoon. I'm Ashlyn Mitchell in for Shelby Myers. We're so glad you joined us today. Let's go ahead and continue our national stories of the day. Well, 2 people were injured when a helicopter crashed in Fort Worth this morning. It happened at Bell Helicopter Training Facility, and this is video on your screen of the helicopter. You can see it on its side with some heavy damage. We're told an instructor and student received minor injuries and were taken to a local hospital, but no word yet on what caused the crash. And then TikTok is taking action to avoid a government ban. Now, the popular video app is forming a joint U.S. venture. More than 80% of the Chinese-based company will transfer to American and global investors. TikTok CEO saying this agreement ensures over 170 million Americans can continue using the platform. Experts believe users will likely see no change, but the Chinese government's approval is still uncertain. The new U.S. company is valued at $14 billion, and that deal is expected to be finalized next month. Now, this wraps up your top national headlines of the day. Let's take a look at what's coming up locally.
Ashton, we're taking a look today at something called the Simplified Seller's Use Tax. This is a tax that the state passed about a decade ago to tax internet sales, and there's a big lawsuit going on right now in Montgomery over how to divvy those funds up. It pits a lot of the bigger cities against the state. Smaller cities have kind of divided. Some are going with Mobile and other cities that want to scrap this system. And then there are other cities in our area that have joined to defend the current system. They say they depend on those online sales and they're worried about what might come next after. We're going to break it down and take a close look at the numbers to see how much cities and counties have been receiving from this.
And here's what we're tracking across the area on our Fox 10 weather app. We're rolling right into holiday week, and we've got a forecast up for Christmas. It may be a little warm for Christmas this year. And we also have a beautiful day going on outside right now. Let's take a look at the situation in downtown Mobile. We're at 63 degrees, and we've got some sunshine across the area. Winds out of the north at 12. Nice little breeze going on. It was a little chilly this morning, but it's pretty nice out there right now. It's hard to call 63 cold. And in the forecast, it looks like tonight we're going to see, at least briefly, a chilly situation with our forecast for tonight. We've got some a little bit colder weather moving into the forecast area temporarily. Just going to be around for a night or 2. Here's where we stand with our Futurecast and checking it out here. You can see the high-res modeling is showing clear conditions for this afternoon, this evening, tonight, totally clear skies. We will see quite a bit of frost around early tomorrow morning in areas north of Interstate 10. Here's the forecast. You can see how the numbers are diving down sharply. We'll quickly fall into the 40s. We could be in the mid 40s at 7 o'clock and then in the 30s late tonight. And while temperatures may not make it all the way down to freezing in Mobile and Pensacola, there will be some pockets of patchy frost, and areas to the north will be quite frosty. And we're going to see readings down around freezing in the inland parts of the forecast areas. So 36 tonight in Mobile, 37 in Fairhope, 42 in Pensacola, but you head up to Milton, we're at 35. We've got 33 Molino, 32 Bruton, quite a bit of frost, and a light freeze will be expected tonight. Our forecast is chilly for one night. We're going to have that tonight. After that, things improve in the extended outlook, and we're going to take you through all of that as we head into Christmas week and your complete forecast coming up.
All right, Jason, thank you. Now, it might not really feel like it on Christmas Day. As Jason said, it is going to warm up. You want to join us right here?
Yeah, sure.
Welcome to the show.
Is this Fox 10 Live?
He has a bit of a trek, but I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
We're about to take a look at some pictures and videos submitted by viewers like you, and they have a lot to do with Christmas.
They do. So I was looking at some of the submissions here in the last couple of days, and it's pretty much all Christmas.
Hey, we love it. It's the best time of year for
right.
sure. Let's take a look at this one right here, submitted by Heather. It says, Merry Christmas from Kane and Libby, 2 miniature golden doodles. How about that?
How about that? Here's
so
another
cute.
golden doodle right here, isn't it?
Oh yeah, super festive in the spirit for sure, submitted by Lori and Doug. Merry Christmas from Fairhope. That's awesome. I love that. And then turning here, we have this picture submitted by Jackie Tyler. Looks like lots of colorful holiday decorations in there. My house does not look this festive.
Yeah, that is way beyond. I'm really behind on all this. I'm off a little bit next week. I think
Okay.
that'll be my best time to decorate.
A lot of people have been saying they're late to the game this year,
Right.
including myself.
Okay, well, I don't feel so bad.
Hey, I just got my tree up last
Yeah,
week. so.
I'll say you're okay too. So.
You have some time there, Jason. Alrighty, and then this one is from Sherry Goley. It's titled Shining Bright Brings Love, Peace, and Togetherness as we remember the reason for the season. Is this a Christmas tree we're looking at here again?
Yeah, that's what I think it is. The monitor we're looking at is small and is pretty far away, but yeah.
I see a lot of beautiful colors there. Very festive as well. And then turning to this picture from Amy Fresh. This one is a Christmas tree and mantle from her home, I believe, right here in Mobile. Look at those warm lights above the mantle and above the fireplace.
Yeah, I like that reflection on the floor too. Somebody's got a really good looking floor.
Listen, you can take some inspiration from these here for your decorating,
Right,
Jason.
I
There's
have to get my floors refinished.
a lot to choose from. All right, so you have a big project up your
Sure.
sleeve then, more than you thought. Well, this one is from Danny Holt. This next one, it says, when you need the space, just put it upside down. That is an upside down Christmas tree.
That is exactly what that is. I don't know if that's bad or, I mean, it is I guess that's whatever makes them happy, right?
Listen, I have never seen this before.
An upside down Christmas tree?
Never.
I assume that's an upside down artificial tree. What do you
I
think?
was about to say, how does that even work? If it was a live tree, all of the needles would just
Yeah.
fall. Yeah, we have a live tree, so
Oh,
ours
do
wouldn't
you?
work.
Wow.
But
Y'all went out and cut it?
we did.
All right,
we
good.
sure did.
Yeah.
We've never had a fake tree. We like the smell of it, but listen, to each their own. We're loving the pictures, loving the creativity there. Jason, how can folks submit pictures and videos
Well,
next week?
the best way to do it is through the Fox 10 app, either the news app or the weather app. You can take a picture with your phone and then you just upload it right off the app.
It's as easy as that. We would love to see your pictures and videos as we head into Christmas week. Be sure to stay with us here on Fox 10 Live. The time is 3:08. We still have much more to come in just a few minutes.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Live.
Welcome back into Fox 10 Live. Today is considered the last day of travel before the holiday rush sets in, as an estimated 122 million Americans are expected to head to the skies and hit the roads over the next 13 days. AAA projects this year's peak travel period starts tomorrow and will run through January 1st. For those traveling by air, about 8 million people are expected to fly, which is a 2.3% increase from last year. Now, the experts have some advice.
Pack as light as you can, especially if you're going to be traveling with gifts and you're going to be checking luggage.
Get to the airport 3 hours early. I know that sounds extreme, but these days, most airports have so much to do.
Yeah, always a great reminder there. And for those traveling by car, it's projected nearly 110 million will be on the roads, which is up 2% from 2024. Nationwide gas prices, though, are the lowest they've been in 5 years. And anchor Sarah Wall is going in depth on the holiday travel season today, with millions of people like we just saw expected to hit the roads, the skies, and the rails on their way to their holiday destinations. She's taking a look at what you can expect if you are traveling this week, some new safety reminders from law enforcement, and the best and worst times to get out there. That's all on the Fox 10 Gulfstream TV app right now, and you can always catch her live and join the conversation at 9 a.m. Well, American Airlines is making big changes to its flight experience. The carrier is rolling out a premium makeover, hoping to catch up with rivals Delta and United. You can expect lie flat seats, premium champagne, Lavazza coffee, and some ultra-fast Wi-Fi on a few flights. American is calling this new strategy customer reimagination, focusing on high-end products and loyalty perks. But there is a catch for some travelers. American Airlines is also eliminating miles and loyalty points for basic economy flyers. These customers will still get a free carry-on, in-flight entertainment, and snacks, however. Elite members flying basic economy can still get their first-class upgrades on domestic flights, and this move actually mirrors a similar change made by Delta Airlines. Well, Santa is getting a little help this year from a 100-year-old man in California. Meet Hal Yoke. Not only is he 100 years old, but he makes wooden toys completely by hand. He spends all year making all sorts of toys, from ducks and cars to dinosaurs and even noisemakers.
I used to make cabinets for kitchens and things like that, but like you say, you get tired. When you get old, one of the two. I sit out here in the cold in the wintertime and the hot in the summer, and just keeps going.
Then each year for the holidays, he opens up his workshop in his garage to sell his unique creations. This year, he says he's having his busiest year yet. Well, if you have an ugly sweater, you might be able to get a free donut today. Some Krispy Kreme locations are celebrating National Ugly Sweater Day today. So if you who wear a tacky holiday sweater into the Krispy Kreme location, they will give you a free original glazed or classic assorted ring donut. Now, we don't know if the local Krispy Kreme is participating. We did try to call but couldn't get an answer. Those that are participating say it is no purchase necessary and only one donut per guest. Krispy Kreme's Peanuts collection is also still available through Christmas Eve.
All right, so checking out our situation right now with our satellite radar picture here. We've got pretty quiet conditions across the Gulf Coast right now. Skies are completely clear. We've got plenty of sunshine across the area this afternoon, and temperatures have been rising pretty effectively this afternoon, getting up into the 60s after a little bit of a cool start today. We've got a northerly wind. We'll have lighter winds overnight, and it is the perfect setup for a colder than average night tonight. We're going to see clear skies, light winds. There's dry air in place, and it looks like we're headed down to a frosty start for early Saturday morning. But tomorrow afternoon, we get the return flow, and temperatures may get close to 70 by tomorrow afternoon. Here's a look at the futurecast as we run it out a little further in time. I'm not super worried about it, but on Sunday, we may see a few isolated showers. It looks like the bulk of the activity will be to the north and the west. If you're from Mobile to Pensacola and closer to the coast, our rain chances are lower. But even into the overnight hours, maybe a few showers around on Sunday night. Here are our lows for tonight. Temperatures in the low 30s to the north. We've got Mount Vernon near freezing. But Bay Minette, a very frosty 34, 35 in Saraland, 36 in Mobile. Will be closer to 50 for Dolphin Island, Gulf Shores at 42. So it'll be a night where it's going to be a lot colder inland than along the immediate coast. There could be as much as a 10 to 15 degree swing between some coastal areas and some of the inland spots. You can see Fort Walton Beach at 42, but Crestview at 32. We're looking at 37 in Pace, 35 in Milton, but 44 in Pensacola. Checking to the north here, a light freeze is pretty much expected from Washington County over to Conecuh County and around Escambia County. 32 Monroeville and Grove Hill, 32 in Chatham. Leakesville tonight looks like we'll have some scattered frost around. We're going to be in the low to mid 30s. 36 in Loosedale. And our forecast temperatures are about to get warm as we head into Christmas. So Wednesday is Christmas Eve, and you can see how our daytime highs are going to start bumping up against 70 degrees with time. And tomorrow we're looking at only an isolated shower, a temperature of 73. Monday, sunny and 68. And then we're back into the 70s next week. Christmas Eve on Wednesday, 71 degrees. Christmas Day, 73 degrees. So we'll have some very comfortable weather for Christmas this year. We're also not expecting much rain around over the next 7 days.
All right, Jason, lots to look forward to there. Thank you. If you're anything like me, you might hate tossing out Christmas cards after the holiday season because you don't really know what else to do with them. Well, did you know they can actually be reused for a good cause? Mike Holden introduces us to an Ohio woman who is doing just that and says she's found her purpose in repurposing cards for the men and women fighting for our freedom.
I write them up or cut around the corners.
Denise Novakovich is keeping those scissors sharpened and ready for another round of spreading some serious holiday cheer. She's crafting and creating even more holiday postcards with that same heartfelt, thoughtful message.
We truly appreciate your service to our country. We hope that you will have a happy holiday season.
Christmas and the 2025 holiday season are bringing new opportunities with the goal of making sure more active and retired service members and heroes are being appreciated.
I dropped off 12,000 cards, at the Red Cross.
You heard that right. Our News 5 camera captured the heaping piles of the now 12,000 repurposed holiday cards, crafted, stacked, and personalized at the American Red Cross in downtown Cleveland.
She bundled everything, she brought it to us and made it a really simple process for us to share them out with all the people that we work with.
Christy Peters, the regional communications director at the American Red Cross Northern Ohio, says they have already sent 400 of Denise's cards to service members stationed in Baghdad, Iraq. They plan to continue distributing the holiday cheer around Northern Ohio to the 180th Fighter Wing at Toledo Air National Guard Base and the 910th Youngstown Air Reserve Station. Cards will also be given out at the VA clinics in Cleveland, Parma, Akron, and Findlay.
I've never seen anything like this. This is such a wonderful gesture, and Denise did so much of the work.
As we followed through since last year, this now brings her total to
27,000.
And both of your hands are still working.
Yep.
It is an initiative that started more than a decade ago when Denise noticed how many old Christmas cards were being tossed right in the trash. A segment on the national news spurred her giving spirit to make sure our nation's heroes are celebrated and appreciated while helping cut down on waste. Why did you say, you know what, I'm going to take these Christmas cards and I'm going to repurpose them?
Because for the service members that are overseas, it means something for them to think of somebody thinking about them.
Dr. Katie Golden, the local recovery coordinator at the VA Northeast Ohio Healthcare System, applauds the move.
They can make a big difference. I think reminders from home regarding people acknowledge the sacrifice you're making. It's that connection point.
Denise hopes this holiday season we all take a moment to express our gratitude for those who continue to do so much for us.
There's always room for more.
Oh, what an incredible story there. I have a brother overseas serving in the military, and this means a lot, I'm sure, to the men and women sacrificing for our country. Now, we haven't heard of anyone specifically doing this in our area, but if there is, be sure to reach out to us. I'm sure there are a lot of local people who would want to join in to help. Well, it is 3:21 on your Friday now. Thanks for staying with us on Fox 10 Live. We are about to take a live look into downtown Mobile. Yep, that's our social experiment camera. It's a mild day, a great day to pull out those ugly Christmas sweaters if you haven't already. Stay close, we'll be right back.
On the next Investigate TV Plus, a delayed diagnosis leaves a man in the prime of his life with a rare and grueling neurological condition.
They didn't follow their policies and procedures.
We uncover the signs and symptoms missed by emergency room doctors and give insight into his parents' fight for accountability.
I knew that it was the best decision for me.
Don't hesitate. Call me, Dean Waite, right now.
Of entertainment, here's Douglas Hyde with today's Hollywood Minute.
Harrison Ford's blockbuster films have earned him millions of fans. Now the screen icon is getting some major love from his acting peers. The Screen Actors Guild is giving him its highest honor, the Life Achievement Award. Ford will pick up his prize in March at the Guild's Actor Awards, which will stream live on Netflix. It's time to light the lights. The Muppets are set to return with a new music and comedy special. Sabrina Carpenter will join Kermit and Company for the big event, which arrives February 4th on Disney Plus and ABC.
Sherlock Holmes, sir. It's an unusual name.
Here's a first look at the upcoming Prime Video series Young Sherlock. The show tells the famed detective's origin story involving a globe-trotting mystery from his Oxford University days. Guy Ritchie, who directed the 2 Sherlock films starring Robert Downey Jr., serves as executive producer and helmed the first 2 episodes. Young Sherlock debuts in March. In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
Well, listen to this. Members of one of the Port City's newest Mystic Societies, the Order of Chaos, dropped off a slew of gifts for our 10 Caring Gifts toy drive. They brought many gifts for kids of all ages. You can see them on the table there in our lobby. This is the 2nd year the organization has donated to our toy drive, and we are just so thankful. The Order of Chaos was launched in 2023, and a big thank you again to everyone who donated to this amazing cause. The Order of Chaos will roll February 6th at 6:30 in downtown Mobile. And again, if you want to give, you can scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. It's been such a joy to meet all of you over the past couple of weeks for our 10 Caring Gifts toy drive, and we wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching Fox 10 Live. Fox 10 News at 4 starts in 30 minutes from right now. Look outside.